You're going to be
brightest stars and most unforgettable moments. A half-century later, we honor these two men by competing and cheering as one. When the SEC takes the field, it means doing it together. All of us. Joining hands from all corners. Yes, today we look back and are reminded there's only one way we will all keep moving forward. Together, it just means more.
Welcome back to the Lexus Halftime Report.
With Jesse Palmer, Joey Galloway, I'm Adnan Burke. In case you missed it, Washington State faced USC last night from Pullman. Luke Falk to Jamal Morrow, 23-yard touchdown.
91 yards rushing. Their ability to run the ball opens up the pass game for Luke Falk.
USC did respond as Sam Darnold kept himself. We were tied at 27. There was under 3.5 to go. Morrow finding a gap.
Yeah, these running backs for Washington State, their ability both running and catching the football was huge for Washington State. And after all the issues this offense had and the special teams had last year kicking field goals early in the season, they get a big one there from Eric Powell hitting a 32-yarder.
And then Darnold hit and fumbles it, and Wazoo pulls off the upset.
The Wazoo defense all over Darnold all night long. A lot of penetration in the USC backfield.
A huge victory for Mike Leach as Washington State wins it 30-27. We're back with more right after this.
We are not here to observe, to sit idly by, or watch from the stands. We are here for one reason, to leave a mark. Lexus High Performance with 5-liter V8s and Sport Direct shift transmissions. Experience a shift in the natural order. Experience amazing. From our crazy delicious family to yours. Crave those crazy squares.
Thanks to Pizza Hut's $7.99 large pizza deal, it's never been easier to bring everyone to the table. Get an oven-hot large pizza with 2 of your favorite toppings for just $7.99. It's the best pizza delivery deal out there, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Nationwide is on.
There, on the jingle though, Brad, I want to feel it right here.
Like here in the chest?
No, your heart. In your heart. Yes! Close. We're almost there. Almost.
Well, basically got it, right?
Basically almost, but you're doing great.
What did I just get into? Nothing. Introducing Degree Ultra Clear Black with White. Saves your white clothes from yellow stains and black clothes from white marks. Still with 48-hour sweat protection. Degree Ultra Clear Black with White. It won't let you down.
Is your personal information already being traded on the dark web?
Find out with Experian. Right now, Experian is offering a one-time dark web scan completely free. Go to Experian.com/scan to see if your information is on the dark web. Then learn how Experian can help protect your identity. Act now to help keep your personal information safe. Get your free at Experian.com/scan today.
But this high performance line. Experience amazing.
You gotta have a big-time quarterback to beat Alabama.
Shea Patterson oozes potential.
Alabama physically is gonna be a mismatch for just everybody, of course.
Expectations always sky high.
This is really an important game.
Looking forward to Ole Miss and Alabama tonight. In fact, we'll have a couple of SEC head-to-head showdowns at 6 o'clock Eastern and then at 9 o'clock Eastern. Right now, they're focused on Florida. Peter Ryan's 13-yard touchdown, 17-all against Vanderbilt. Your second half is coming up right after this.
When food is good and clean and real, it's okay to crave. And with Panera Catering, there's more to go around. Panera, food as it should be.
Discover the power of new Dove Men Plus Care Elements with minerals and sage. Get a boost of freshness with new Dove Men Plus Care Elements Body Wash.
Steve Smith Sr., you ready to be a vendor? This job ain't easy. Those fans there, they're craving Dr. Pepper. Word is you lost a step.
Who said that?
Not me.
So why repeat it?
Because you just retired. Your name ends in senior.
Done.
Wow. Huh?
Check the replay, Larry. Wow. Guacamole?
You were showing amazing potential.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper here. Let's go.
Vanderbilt University connects technology and humanity, innovation and imagination, determination and distinction. Vanderbilt University.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like banging their head on a low ceiling, drinking spoiled milk, camping in poison ivy, getting a paper cut, and having their arm trapped in a vending machine. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football presented by Vizio. This is the SEC on ESPN. Triple header today of SEC football on ESPN, including a couple of night games. Good one to start the day. Vanderbilt and Florida tied at 17. Gators quarterback Luke Del Rio making his first start of the season. Injured late in the second quarter. Odengbo for Vanderbilt slams into the ground, hurts his left shoulder. Felipe Franks comes in and throws a strike, a 49-yard pass play to Tyree Cleveland to set up the game-tying field goal with time expiring at the end of the first half. Franks started the first 3 games of the season, was benched last week. Del Rio led a comeback win against Kentucky.
Not listed in those numbers was one errant throw by Felipe Franks, though, that very easily could have been intercepted right after that post. So still, even with him, you see the moments in which he is exceptional throwing the football, but there are some moments in which you're still scratching your head. Let's see if he can eliminate those here in the second half against an opportunistic and well-coached Vanderbilt defense.
See if they get back to giving the ball to LaMichael Pirine. He had 5 of his 7 carries in the first quarter, a couple of touchdowns, only used sparingly in that second frame. Trey Massey is deep. They've been kicking it short and allowing him to return. Although this one they'll kick through the end zone. Florida will start on the 25. Let's check in with Tom.
Well, as it looks right now, Luke Del Rio will not be returning. Did not come to the sideline with the football team out of the locker room. Was getting x-rays. Does appear to be a left shoulder. No confirmation further on that injury. But the football team was rallied around this young man. I think they know so much about what he's been through. The reconstruction on the surgery, just so unfortunate for this young man. But if you're Florida on offense, a very, very promising series to close out the second quarter so that Felipe Franks can gain the confidence of his football team on offense.
Tom has disposed of the poncho, which will lead you to believe the weather is better, and it rained a lot pregame, but it's been dry since. We hope it stays that way, although thunderstorms are in the forecast. First down on the 25-yard line, and they go to Malik Davis here, the true freshman, and he picks up a couple of yards. So, Greg, what do you make of that first half? You have a Florida team that's lived dangerously but won the last two, and then you have a Vanderbilt team coming off getting thrashed against Alabama that looked pretty good.
Let's start with Vanderbilt. Very impressed by the way they've come out. Their first couple series offensively, very ugly. Defensively, they've had some moments. They've been affecting the quarterback on multiple occasions, but for the most part, I think they've played very well, especially considering how they looked last week against the #1 ranked team in the country. In Florida, still the inconsistencies on offense, but the run game appears to have become somewhat of a strength here in the first half.
They go Wildcat with Kadarius Toney, and the former quarterback trying to throw it, and it's in the dirt. Tyree Cleveland, they're trying to work a screen. You guys were here in spring ball, and you saw a lot of passes like that, right?
Yeah, I think Kadarius Toney is a really explosive athlete, and he had a wonderful throw last week on a trick play. But down in, down out accuracy is not what you can expect. However, they need to show some throws out of that Wildcat formation because Vanderbilt isn't respecting the pass whatsoever in the secondary.
3rd and 9 here. Frank's back in at quarterback. And he's in trouble. Forced out of the pocket running and pushed out of bounds by Jonathan Wynn, who has had a terrific game for Vanderbilt. And so the Commodores force a 3 and out. And look at Frank's little hobble there, going back to the sideline.
Yeah, got up a little gingerly. Not exactly in a hurry to get back to the sideline. Be interesting to see if he's at 100% now.
Johnny Townsend, need a weapon like him in this game. That snap high, but he gets it down, and boy, another booming punt. This one fielded at the 8-yard line by Lipscomb, and he is knocked down at the 14-yard line by Goolsby. Another great punt. 59 yards by Johnny Townsend. It was Stevens, rather, the other number 30, making the hit for Florida. All right, so Vanderbilt quarterback Kyle Shermer back at it after a very interesting first half. Completion percentage under 50, but he had threw some great balls. That first drive, it was ugly, 0 for 4, a lot of high passes, but since, he's been pretty sharp.
Yeah, he's really dialed in, and he's a streaky player. When he gets confidence, he's a totally different guy, and he had confidence there for a majority of the final 20 minutes of the first half. So let's see if that confidence can carry over here against a Gator offense that makes life tough on quarterbacks.
Pass play on first down. Shermer's taking a lot of shots down the field, and he has a man. C.J. Duncan for the first down to the 31, an 18-yard pickup.
Great job by Kyle Shermer. Just a little subtle play action, man-to-man across the board with a lurker underneath. He anticipates the throw. The route was consistent, and a nice gain there to C.J. Duncan on the over route. C.J. Duncan's their best receiver. He might not have the yardage production that some of the other guys do, but he's the most reliable and plays primarily out of the slot.
54 yards for Duncan so far today on 3 grabs. From the Vanderbilt 31-yard line, Shermer setting up, and the ball flutters out of his hand as he was hit. They haven't ruled it yet, whether it's incomplete or a fumble, and it's covered up by Caleb Scott. Polite hit the arm of Shermer, and a lot of guys just stood around instead of going for the loose ball, and they rule it a fumble, so it'll be a loss of about 6.
Tell you what, Ja'Kai Polite, he's going to be another in a long line of exceptional pass rushers to don that Gator uniform. His motor never stops.
I think they got to look at that, though. They should review this further. They haven't stopped play yet. Didn't look like the hand was going forward.
Good to me. I thought it was incomplete. I'm surprised.
Now they stop it. There was 1 on the play clock, and the officials finally
previous ruling on the fumbles under further review.
I don't know why it took so long, but they will look at it. It seemed like the hand was going forward there. It's a 4-yard loss as ruled on the field.
Remember, it has to be indisputable